In the summer, when tomatoes and basil are abundant, one of my favorite appetizers to make is grilled bruschetta. Now, I like to top my bruschetta with a little bit of a balsamic reduction, and it's something that's very easy to make. You take a good quality aged balsamic vinegar, and here I have a 10-year balsamic, and we're just going to put that on the stove in our saucepan, and we're going to heat that. We're just going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes, and as it simmers, it will reduce and concentrate those flavors, and it'll get almost syrup-like. While that's going on, we'll work on our tomato mixture. Here I have some tomatoes. I like to use these little tomatoes on the vine like this. I think they have great flavor. You can use any tomatoes that you want. Earlier, I cut them in half and seeded them, and I have a nice dice on them, and I have about 1 to 1.5 cups here, about 2 tomatoes. Now, to that, we're going to add 1 shallot that's finely minced, and that's about 2 tablespoons there. And here I have 3 teaspoons of fresh chopped basil. Love the smell of that. Now here we have some garlic. Whenever I'm putting garlic in something, I like to do so judiciously if I'm not going to cook it, because it can easily overpower the dish, and we just want it to be part of the flavor profile. So what I like to do is just take my garlic and just grate it on my microplane like this. There we go, and that just gives a nice subtle garlic flavor in there. All right, perfect. And then lastly, we're going to add some olive oil. Now, I know a lot of you have infused olive oils at home. They're either on the cupboard, in your pantry, and chances are you haven't opened them because you don't know what to do with them. Well, open them up and taste them, and that's how you'll get ideas. Now, here I have a Tuscan herb infused olive oil. Any Italian theme would work great here, like a basil oil or a garlic and herb. It just adds a wonderful flavor, and I've got 2 teaspoons. If you don't have infused olive oil, of course, just regular olive oil will work great too. And now we're just going to stir this and combine this. And we're going to refrigerate this until we're ready to assemble our bruschetta. We will salt it, but we'll salt it later. If we salt it now, the salt tends to extract the juices from the tomatoes, and that will make our mixture too wet for the bruschetta. Okay, I think that is looking good, and our tomato mixture is ready for the refrigerator. For the base of my bruschetta, I like to use just regular French baguette, and I like to slice it on the bias or on a diagonal. I find it's prettier that way. And we want just about 1-inch slices. And we're ready for the grill. Our baguette is grilled and nicely toasted, and now it's time to assemble the bruschetta. What we're going to do is just take a little bit of that tomato mixture, and we'll place it on top, carefully on top of each toast, like that. And then once you have all the tomato on top, we're just going to take a little bit of sea salt and lightly salt each piece. Also, if you have a nice finishing salt, that would work great too. And then I like to dress it up with a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. This is so pretty. And then remember that wonderful balsamic reduction we made? It got nice and syrupy, and I put it in a squeeze bottle like this, and we're just going to take it and squeeze it across the top of the bruschetta. And now all that's left to do is savor the flavors of grilled bruschetta.